Alright, cough, cough, cough. Guess who's back? Back at it again with the YouTube stream that no one's gonna watch. And there's the stream. There it is. Okay. Alright. Context for the screaming and the thing there. Unbelievable pain. You know, just the usual thing. Okay, you know that one Family Guy clip where he's like, where it's like Stewie and Meg in a bathtub and they're farting and then the queef. It was pretty funny. Alright, last time we're grinding again, and this should be the last episode of grinding. Also, today sucked ass. I was not productive at all, and I was not motivated to do anything. I'm just annoyed. My artwork hasn't increased in good value, I guess. And I just spent a while just trying to sketch something and it just didn't work, and I'm kind of annoyed about that. And also, my whole schedule's messed up because I have to bathe twice a day to the 16th, which is super annoying. I was supposed to get bathed once and get it over with, but I have to bathe twice. But I'm streaming every day because I told myself I would, and if I break a word to myself, then I'm just not going to trust myself anymore, which is why I can't break a word to myself. So that's just why I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And he's gone, bro. He's deaded. I wish I had friends or a girlfriend. I just felt like awful today. I just felt like absolute less than human garbage. I'm also doing these streams just as like a video diary of what's been going on in my life, just so I can, you know, look back at it later and realize, oh, that was the day I felt like shit. Sick. I really gotta play Resident Evil again. Also, we're so weak to grass types. I just found out, bro. Alright. Can't handle grass types all that well. Can sorta handle them. Not very well, though. This is the bug type. Can't handle grass bug types. Can't handle grass types. Can sorta handle grass types. Cannot. So we have one, two, arguably three that are totally weak to grass types. So we're gonna send in Perlet, because it's not weak to this grass type, because it's tree code, not one that will make everything suck. And also, Perlet has pluck, and that can just one hit kill it. Alright, we're just gonna grind up to level 35, just so I don't get one shot. It's Skinky. Uh-oh, Skinky. Poopy. Level 23, baby. Okay, Flareon, Muddy Water. Okay, good. It missed, and it's dead, bro. Oh, that's satisfying. Alright, that's a water ice type, I'm pretty sure, so we don't want to be... Is water like a negative effective or just normal effective against ice? I mean, vice versa. Fuck. Water's defending, ice is here. So it cancels out on Lily, I think, but it's still a big risk, and I don't want to deal with that. Ground is weak to ice types, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, ground is weak to ice. Is rock weak to ice? No, rock is normal against ice, but bug is weak to ice. We're gonna send out Perlet. Send headbutt, and it's gone, bro. It's deaded. It's dead. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk so much this stream. I'm just gonna sit. I'm not gonna force myself to talk like I did last time. I'm just not feeling all that well for it. Especially because all my friends ignore my voice calls. Alright, we're gonna heal after this. Yeah, this is not a good situation. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. Yeah, I'm probably gonna take a break from drawing my OC tomorrow because I just can't do it. I'm gonna draw more Mario characters because, like, I drew one Mario character first, so I was gonna do a challenge. Like, oh, draw all these Mario characters. And when I was drawing Luigi, I just couldn't draw him good and made it look bad. So I'm gonna take a pretty long break on drawing my OC. Not long, but like I'm gonna draw like a couple other Mario characters first. So I draw Mario, Luigi. I'm gonna try drawing a headshot of Toad. And then, we'll see, I'll try drawing another character after that, and I'll go back to the OC that I was drawing. I might draw my other OC that I made first, that first image I made. And for a first, like, serious digital art drawing, that was actually a pretty good image. I'm actually relatively proud of that. It looks really bad, because it just has no neck or no body or nothing else, and it doesn't have any, like, characteristics to it, but, like, I'm relatively proud of it on just how it ended up looking at the end. I'm so tired of this everything. If you guys follow me on Twitter, and by you guys I mean no one in particular because no one watches me, sad face. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining now. Anyway, if people follow me on Twitter, if tweeted that like I wanted to cry, right? Because I want to be able to cry just because it's been building up, and it's been like on the brink, and it just hasn't happened yet, and I just want it to. Because I just want it out of my system, but I don't want to force myself to cry because it just doesn't seem very fun. Also, if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cry, I don't cry. And like, I noticed that like instead of getting sad, I usually end up just getting mad. Instead. Like when, oh yeah, Code Geass spoilers. When Princess Yuffie, I think it was, when all pumped up kicks on that stadium of Japanese people. When I phrase it like that. I said Code Geass spoilers, right? God, I'm going senile. You know what? You're using magnitude. Magnitude 9. And you're dead. Get fucked. Bitch. Which one all pumped up kicks? I just got mad. And I knew what was about to happen before I even finished that scene. You know how I knew? I watched, I was like, oh no. I heard the sound effect. She's gonna do it, right? And like, I've already explained this before, I'm not gonna get too into it. But he was literally posing a hypothetical. He didn't say, he didn't say, this is what I would tell you, and then say, go shoot all the Japanese people. He didn't say that. If that was it, that makes sense, because those are like two separate sentences. He said, for example, if I were to tell you to shoot the Japanese people, you would. Because he didn't say, because everything previous, it was a command. He's like, I command you to shoot the Japanese, or shoot the Japanese. But he's added, if I were to command you to, or something similar to that, and like similar phrasing, I just made it not work, and I just didn't like it at all. But I heard that the newer movies and the recap retcon that, which, cool, if I get a girlfriend, we'll watch those, and I really want a girlfriend, oh my god, bro. But the problem is there's no redeeming factors about me, and as soon as I try to get motivated on exercising, I end up having like, surgery, then like, find out, oh, I'm having surgery next week, and I can't do it. That's what happened back in June, that's what's happening now. And I'm just really annoyed at that, like, come on, bro, let me improve myself, please. Also, I lowered the latency on this, because I don't know why you want high latency, it's kind of stupid, but I lowered the latency in Streamlabs to make it not 30 seconds on the stream, so if there's anyone in chat, because I'm pretty sure it's enabled, please talk to me, bro, I'm so lonely. So lonely. I know I talk about being lonely a lot, but this is just mostly to myself. I don't know if 2020's been the best or worst year of my life, but I feel like it's been the first year where I've been conscious, you know? So I'm pretty sure the worst year of my life was in 7th grade, but I don't remember much from that time period. I just wasn't feeling all too hot. But this is probably the first year I felt like a person, you know? I haven't really felt like... I thought it was dehumanizing me. I just haven't felt like I had ego, I guess is the word for it. Like, you know what ego is, right? Like, you know, like the whole term, and like a sense of self, I guess. I just feel like this is the first year I've had that, you know? A sense of, like, I am this person. And I think to myself a lot of things, like, what's gonna happen when I die, right? Am I afraid of death? And I don't know if I am yet. I'm, like, thinking, and, like, I think to myself, if I die, I die. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't want to, but it's not like there's just, like, you know, anything I can do when it happens. It's gonna happen anyway, right? But I don't know if I've fully processed the fact that I'm just not going. There's a good chance I'm not going to exist anymore, and I think that's supposed to scare you. But I think I'm too busy being scared of what's going on while I'm existing to be scared of what's going to happen when I'm not, or the lack of happening when I'm not. Yeah. I thought it was Rock Psychic. Is Bug not good against Rock? Bug is okay against Rock. Is it? Huh. I thought it was fine. Oh well. I just want to get Oh, forgot. Alright, yeah, I forgot to get all the apricorns. That's why I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. I feel like this is the first time I've had, like, a sense of self, but, like, it's probably the time where I'm, like, the most oblivious to time, you know? Like, I hate time. Because, like, it makes me feel like I know my time is limited. Not on this earth, just till I become... Well, just till I have to become self-reliant, and that scares me, I guess. Because, like, if I'm self-reliant, I don't have time to improve, and I don't have time to pursue my passions and pursue that to make that a job, like, with 100%. And I don't have that time now, but I'll have even less in the future if I'm not already doing that, and I feel like I want to be like those stars you see online where they drop their job and just become a YouTuber, or like Comey Carson, who's never actually had a real job or whatever, but that happens to so few people, and I don't want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an artist. Just because I guess that's been my dream this year. I don't even want to be an artist, I want to be a game dev, but like I also want to be a music person. And I've never tried any of those before. I never showed any interest in coding. I've never done anything before this in any of those fields, like, seriously. I just been coasting along, and I realized that this year that I have to do something. I have to get good at something. I can't just be mediocre at something forever and just be good at nothing, because if that happens, then what am I going to do? I'm just going to work an office job. That'll give me a bunch of stress, or it's going to be too easy and just boring and make me forget about the days and do that for the rest of my life. What do I want to do? I'm basically dropped out of high school. It's going to be hard to get a job. And so I figured if I can get self-employed, that'd probably be the easiest thing to do if you're like that. But I don't know. I'm too old to be considered a child, too young to be considered an adult, and just at the right time where you have to realize your dreams are probably going to die, but you don't want them to. And so instead of me, I just didn't have any dreams. Like, I wanted to be a YouTuber as a kid. That's mostly because I was like, I literally remember this train of thought. I was like, I want to play video games as a job. I just want to do that. Because then that'd be cool. That means I don't have to actually work. Now I realize that that's not how it works. But like, I just want to, I'm thinking to myself, why, I'm too young to, there's not enough time left, if you think about it, to fully develop and nurture a skill from scratch right now, and have it ready by the time I'm an adult. Like a full-on, full-fledged, 100% one. Like, it probably doesn't help that like a lot of my friends, like friends in high school, or just school in general, were like all the art kids, right? And they've been drawing since they were children, like children, like elementary school. And I haven't drawn it like ever since kindergarten, probably. Maybe a couple doodles here and there, but I never drew, I never pursued it. And then I realize, I look back and I see myself, oh, I have nothing to me. And then I look toward the future and I see that all my friends who draw right now and who have been drawing since they were like younger aren't skilled enough to do like commissions online. How can I expect to do that within 4 years? 4 or 5 years. It takes 4 or 5 years to learn a language, at least, usually, right? But to develop a skill strong enough to deal with like this stress, not stress, like to make a job out of, takes a lot longer. So I'm just trying to desperately grasp at straws and figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do. It's like, I want to live with someone. I don't want to be alone. I want to be somewhere with someone. I want to find someone, but how am I supposed to find somebody? You can't just walk into a bar and then talk to the chick behind the counter and expect to get along and become like intimate, right? Or like boyfriend girlfriend, I guess. That's more. I would try to avoid that because it's really childish saying it like that, but I guess that's what I'm trying to put down. It's just that it's hard to think about this because you have so many things you want to do, and you're only realizing this now. And then you think back, why couldn't I have become conscious of my actions earlier and like fully in control? And I'm still not fully in control because I'm still going to change. I'm going to look back at myself next year, at this year's self, and realize, wow, why is he such a fucking depressed loser? I'm not actually depressed in terms of like clinical stuff. I'm just kind of just sad sometimes. I'm not even sad, I'm just not like happy, but like not, I'm just neutral, painfully neutral, and I don't like that. But like I'm gonna look back at them and see, wow, why are they just sucking it up? Why aren't they trying hard enough? Why are they saying all these stupid things? Why are they bugging their friends so much? Because I do that to all my other past selves, and I think I want to be, I know I'm going to criticize myself for the actions now. I just want to be able to make that as less as possible. I don't want to waste my time. And I know I want to keep changing as a person. And that scares me because I'm not a very good person. And I want to become better, but I don't know how. And in order to become a better person, you usually have to talk to other people. But I don't talk to other people really because there's not many kids in my neighborhood. Most of them are either way older than me or way younger or just totally in the wrong circles compared to me. No common interests, no nothing. I'm stupid and I went back the wrong way. But still, it's just, I think growing up doesn't scare me, time does. If I could grow as a person within 4 years, but I was still able to live my life as it was now without any social stigma or just any bad consequences, I would do it because I need time to develop skills, and then I had 4 extra years to go. So think about it in the grand scheme of life, 4 years isn't that long. You spent 4 years. 4 years is one presidential campaign, and 2016 to me felt like it was so short, like not that long ago. I remember it like it was a couple weeks ago. The years pass by so slowly yet so quickly, and they become faster as you age, and so 4 years is less and less time the older you grow, but that means it's harder and harder to find new people. It's hard to make friends when you don't know how to look for them. Like, I mean, I'm just afraid that I'm just gonna be forever by myself, and that, I guess that's what scares me. Because normally, like, how would you get a girlfriend when you're an adult? Because, like, as a child, you meet them in school and you have a fascination over them. But if you're working a job, you might find them at your job. They might be your superior, your junior, your just a coworker in general. You might find them attractive or something. But it's less of a situation where you have break time, so like there's less of a chance for romance to happen there, right? But if it does happen, it'll probably blossom into something a bit more than like a school romance, probably, because high school romances don't usually work out. And because you tell yourself that, and because I know that, like, because I've watched the internet ever since I was young, and I know facts because I listen to all these adults talk about their experiences and give advice to the camera, like saying most high school romances don't work out. And so when I am in high school, I'm like, oh, high school romances aren't going to work out, so why bother? But then I forget the fact that I need that experience. But then I also realize that all the high schools I go to are so small and close-knit that everyone, you can't find a date there. You can't find a way to fall in love with someone or whatever, right? There's just nothing to fall in love with because everyone is already so tightly knit. And like you go through life like, oh, knowing like all these facts from the internet because I grew up with the internet. And then you look back and realize that you've had all the knowledge of an adult with the wisdom of a fucking snail. And so like you don't know what to do. I guess that's how I guess I'll explain it. I don't know how to explain it really. It's like I was feeling a really coherent conversation. I just stopped being coherent. I don't know why, but like talking about getting a girlfriend, like, cause I know, like, how else would you get a girlfriend? Like, work. I'm planning not working on a normal job, but if I am, I'm gonna be working at McDonald's, and you don't really find romance in McDonald's, do you? So, office romances will usually end up being more successful, I guess, than compared to like a school romance, because people are more mature and know what to do, quote unquote. But then you go on, so, oh, you meet them through a mutual friend, like, oh, this is my friend's girlfriend's sister or something. My friends, like, and they set you up with them because you think that they would be a good match. They think that you and that other person would be a good match. But all my other friends are in the same boat as me, kind of. They're different in other ways, yeah, but like, I don't think it's very plausible that they're gonna go through and they're gonna find a loved one. Not to be like mad at them, but like, I feel like if they find a loved one, it's gonna be, or if I find a loved one, it's gonna be like a person who's in a similar situation to ours and doesn't have many friends to recommend, you know? Like, I'd recommend Stacy, you know, I'd give her 5 stars on Toonly or whatever, I don't know. Toon Only. The thing is, it's just that relationships are a very complicated thing that I have yet to experience properly. I know what they I think I know what they look like because I see them on TV, but like, then it turns out to not be a conventional relationship, because everyone knows, like, oh, look at, they hold hands, they must be in love. What does love mean? I've had a crush before, but I don't know why. I just thought, oh, she's pretty, I guess. And technically, I kissed someone before they did. My friends did, so I can lord that over them. I kissed a person on the lips before they did, but they just, that's it. They might have a wife and kids, and I'm still single, but like, I'll be like, hey, at least I kissed a person before you did. And you're like, so, and I have a wife and kid. We're living in a happy home. I just want to be able to look back and be proud of the time I'm in right now, but I'm not proud right now, so how would I be proud in the future? I want to go through life on the easy path. I've never gone on the hard path before. Everything's come naturally to me all my life, and so I don't know how you're supposed to deal with hardships or challenges or anything. Because to me they're just so foreign and not familiar. No, that's what foreign is, but like, I don't know how they would be. I've only The only loved one I've lost was a distant grandfather who I've only met a couple times, right? And so that sucks that he died, but I didn't know him. I knew of him, really. And I know that I'd probably kill him if he like heard that now, and I still thought of him as family, but I only really saw him like I only saw him like be able to like talk to me when I was a young kid. So I don't think I credited his funeral. I don't know if I did or not, but I'm just ready to feel like something again. I know it sounds really edgy, right? I just want to be able to have something that makes me cry so much just to get it out. You know, like mental breakdown, sure. I just want it to be enough of a shock, a jolt, just to get it all out of me, just so I can think and move on with life, even though nothing's happened. Well, how can you move on when you have nothing to move on off from? You know, you can't move forward in Monopoly if there's only one tile. And like, I just want to know what else to do. So, high school relationships don't work out. I'm not in high school anymore. Office relationships, rare or less likely to happen, but are more likely to succeed, I guess. But I'm probably gonna not work in an office because I don't have the skills to work in an office. So that's not gonna happen to me. Getting recommended a person by a friend. They would recommend it to you, and then it's gonna be hard to see if you hit it off or not. You just fall in love with a mutual friend. That's a different situation, right? Problem is, like, you have to be like in person for that, and this whole thing, you don't really be in person much, right? And like, we normally don't go in person much either, because like we have no way to transport. We have no way to transport. Fuck. We can't move ourselves. None of us have a car. None of us. Public transit in America is a bitch, and all of us are too far away from each other to walk. That's been the case ever since I was young. I've never had any friends who lived close enough to walk to. Like, people are like, oh yeah, I walked over to Dog's house yesterday. That's a mutual friend of mine. And him and my other friend just live so close to each other. They live close to each other, so they can walk over and they can talk and they can hang out whenever they really want to. But like, I can't do that because I am not in their situation. Because I am not them, and I've never had a friend like that before, because I just haven't lived close to people before, so I don't know. We normally have to plan far in advance to hang out or something, and I'm usually the guy who ruins the party, and I don't want to be that guy anymore, but you can't. It's hard to change when you're, for the better at least, when you're by yourself all the time, but like, in order to justify being with other people, you have to not be by yourself all the time, and so you don't know what to do. Some mutual friends, like, you know, that's hard, just 'cause, like, mutual friend dating is hard because, one, I'm not gay, two, the other people in the friend group aren't gay, and three, there's no girls in the friend group anymore, really. Because we had a giant friend group, and inside the friend group were like 2 or 3 cliques inside the friend group. So my clique was the gamer people, was me, my 2 friends on Discord, and that I have on Discord right now at the moment, and another person who often crossed over. Then there was like the more serious people and the more funny people, really. And then there was a group that contained a bit of both, right? That's how I found it was spread out. It was like, and I really didn't get along with another person in the group. Oh, fuck off. Anyway, that's just how that worked. And I just don't know how I'm supposed to try. Like, am I supposed to go on through life? Am I supposed to... What am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. And... problem with me is that... Fuck, I forgot I'm poisoned. I have been so desperate for some sort of relationship. I end up inadvertently thinking of every single girl like I meet as a potential love interest, and I hate that because that's not how you talk to people. If you just keep thinking about, oh, could this person be like a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, that's just not how you make interactions, and it's creepy, right? And I don't want to be that, but it ends up happening because I just don't know what to do. I know that's a bad excuse, but like I just haven't done this before, and I'm so naive about everything that I just don't know. And I guess I'm easily excitable. I don't know. I know I'm saying I don't know a lot, but I don't know why. That's a joke. I'm just saying that because I truly do not know why I'm like this. I don't know what caused me to be like this when I was younger. And I know that fucking bitch Brady, he's not actually a bitch, he played soccer a lot. And he gave me a list, but still. Like, the list made me not popular because I ended up spitting on people, and I hate that. That's so embarrassing, and it happened too many times, and I hate it. Anyway, let's get back to the topic of, like, significant others, right? I want to find one. I really do, but how? Shouldn't use Tinder because you have to meet up somewhere, right? And I don't have anywhere to meet up on, and mixers aren't really a thing here, right? You know, like in anime and manga. I know it's bad to base your relationships off of anime and manga, but I'm saying this isn't like that simple or that complicated compared to those. A normal relationship in a romance manga might be more complicated than a real one could ever be, or it might be so simple compared to a real life one. Like, it could be the situations leading up to this couple getting along in a manga could be so deeply threaded, but in real life it's much more nuanced than that, and so much more slow burn, like, right? Doesn't happen immediately, and I just want to. What I would love to do is just have someone come to me first, you know? Say, hey, I love you, or something like that. I don't even care. Of course I want to hear someone say those words to me in a romantic sense, but that's not even the part. It's like, I want to be in a situation where I like them, and then I know for certain that they like me, and then they ask me out, you know? Because, long story short, this one person, she was kind of weird. She was probably a bit not all there, I'm assuming, but like she was really weird, and she asked me out at the same time with dating one of my now friends. But I didn't like him at the time. It's like, girlfriend. I didn't know what you're supposed to do with a girlfriend. I don't know. I really hate that, and I hate that person. Not the person I dated. I do hate them, but like I mean, I hate the person that thought you barely know this chick, and she said, "Let's go out." She's not very your type or anything, so why would you say yes? And I don't want to, I just want to not long, if I know that I don't want to deal with it, I wish I just didn't long for it, you know? It's like longing for something that you know you hate on the process of trying to find out of, right? The steps before developing your crush are annoying and stupid, and you end up acting stupid, and you hate it. Because you're stupid and young, and you're stupid. I know. But I just don't want to be a laughingstock. But I want to just find something to love, you know? Because I don't want to be that guy who just keeps, like, trying to eye up everyone and say, okay, this person, and this person is girlfriend material, right? That's gross. I don't want to do that. But it's gonna end up happening, and I just don't know what I'm supposed to go from here. I just want to find a way to. I don't want to do it like a. I just want to find something. Well, that was a depressing topic, I guess. I don't know if I'm fully off it yet, but I don't feel like I have anything else left to talk about. Just, I don't know. Do I feel emotions? I think I do. I'm pretty sure I know. The thing with Code Geass is I'm glad that happened, because I'm glad I watched it even though I didn't like the show, because that made me look back at it now. I'm like, okay, I can feel emotions. I can feel anger. Because I remember, up to that point, that was the first time I've ever experienced anger before. I never really truly felt angry. I felt annoyed before, but I've never felt angry. And that was refreshing to feel. Because if you haven't felt angry before, you don't truly know how it feels when you're not, you know? Emotions are a really annoying thing. Just for the reason that you don't know what's going on. Not what's going on, but like... I don't know what to talk about. The problem with me is I'm so isolated from all the ways that you would normally find relationships. Oh, fuck. Bubble beam. Okay, that works. I'm so, like, deprived of all the ways to find a relationship. Like, have friends of the opposite sex, have friends who know members of the opposite sex, hang out with people of the opposite sex with, like, friends or whatever, right? And now I'm like an incel, I know. Oh, no, none of the girls like me because I'm ugly or whatever. But, like... it's more like all the people I've been around have been, like... I've assumed they've been in the bad crowd, you know? All the girls at my old school were basically all, you know what I mean? No, that's not. They're all like the popular people, right? And I feel like the popular people, I don't know. I just feel like I never truly belonged at any of the schools I was at because I don't. No. Let's not talk about that part, but like, I've never truly felt any connection with anyone. And the one girl, I don't know why I had a crush on this one girl, but she was just a dickhead to everyone. I was just like a bad person, like actually a bad person. Like lying about being trans for like a. Oh, I said the word trans and the viewer dropped, and that was funny. Anyway. She lied about being trans for attention or something, right? And I still liked her after I found, like, I was like, oh, she's trans, I guess. There goes that. And that's when I dated the other chick. Dated, quote unquote, the other chick. And then when the other relationship, quote unquote, which it wasn't really, I just spent $50 on Panda Express, and I'm not gonna talk about that date. It was awful, and I hate it, and I made me hate roller skating for a while because I hate life. Stop living. I don't like it anymore. Anyway, not the point. After that bad relationship was up, I got back on having a crush on her because I found out, oh, she was lying. And the first thing that went through my head wasn't, why would she lie about that? It was, oh, thank God she was lying. Now I can have a crush on her again and be straight or whatever. That was like the first thought. And then I realized how horrible that was, the whole line of thought. Like now. And luckily for me, she wasn't at that school next year. The next year. So that was lucky for me, just so I didn't end up becoming... Because I simped over her so hard, and like... I just want to find somebody. Like, anybody... I just want to find them, you know? Doesn't have to be the one, doesn't have to be the perfect girl. Just someone who, like, will watch shows with me. Or, like, that we can watch shows with, you know? We can do things, because I want to get pushed the further heights, I guess. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm not crying, by the way, I'm just breathing and thinking. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, he cried on stream. Even though, like, I would love to have, but I wasn't. It's just I've been so close to crying so many times this year, and it just hasn't happened, and I just want it to. Because I want to know that I can't cry. Because I haven't cried in so long. I've teared up. I've gotten super close, but I just haven't. In so long. I'm not saying that in a bragging way, I'm saying in a why hasn't this happened to me way. Is there something wrong with me? I don't know. I lose attention fast, I lose motivation for things I don't want to do fast. Is that normal? Or is that not normal? I don't know what's normal anymore. Because the normal for me has been the abnormal for like 50 years, right? It's like I grew up on the internet. All these people on the internet are all actually all have clinical depression and stuff. So is clinical depression normal? Am I faking clinical depression to myself because I think it's normal and therefore I want to be normal, so therefore I have to be depressed? Is that what I'm doing in my brain subconsciously? I don't know. And that's what scares me. I don't want to be the guy who's faking mental illness, and that's why I don't want to talk about it to anyone. Now you may ask, why do you post this on your YouTube channel that you're gonna probably keep as a pseudonym as fuck. As this username isn't generic, held by is not either generic, held by multiple people, cringy, or some word in Arabic that you don't know to. You don't know what it is, you just picked it because it sounded cool and it was a bunch of Sonic characters. And so I don't, why are you doing that? Why are you posting on this channel? Because I know no one's here. I haven't subscribed to this channel on my old accounts, like I did with all my other channels. I haven't gave this channel to any of my friends. I've talked about it, hey, I'm going to be streaming on my YouTube channel. Do you guys want to join in and like talk with me on stream? And they said, no, I don't want to do that right now. But still, no one knows this, and this is just my own little space, I guess. And I want to, I just want to figure out how to find a talent. It's like, I guess my whole reason of also wanting to draw and do game design or whatever is just to find a community of people and expand my horizons of friends. And oh god, am I cold? I'm shivering. Why am I shivering? God, let me get my robe. Pain. Okay. I just want to find a group of people, more people to talk to. Want to expand my horizons. It's like I am so bad at keeping in touch with people. One of my best friends who I've known ever since I was like literally a toddler, I haven't talked to in like 6 months just because both of us are afraid to talk out, or not talk out, but to speak up. And I just want to speak up. I want to do it, but I don't know what to do, what to say. We don't have anything in common anymore. And that scares me. Overall, I think I'm a very, very fearful coward. But, like, I want to at least have something, right? I wish I had gone to a school where there were enough people or that you didn't know everybody. Because I knew everybody at my school. Everybody knew of everybody else, at least, right? You didn't personally know everybody. Like, in your grade, you knew everybody there. You knew a couple of the top-ranking social hierarchy people in the grades above. Man, my school had a suicide problem. I think. Alright, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck. Forget that. Editor, bleep that, please. No. But, oh, no, I didn't mean to get another battle. Fuck. Sorry, I was meant to heal, but I wasn't paying attention. I just wish that I knew what I was supposed to do, but everyone wishes that, right? And like I'm acting like, oh, I'm so sad, right? But am I though? I don't know. Is it that? Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to rearrange myself, and it really hurts. I don't want to be the guy who goes up and says, who just like is simping over everyone just to try to find a person, right? I just want to. I wish. Sometimes I just wish I wasn't longing for a relationship. That was just asexual, I guess. I don't know if that's like a thing. If that's what asexual means. Like, because to my knowledge, asexual means doesn't like anyone, just isn't like attracted to either sex or anything at all. Sometimes I wish I could just have that for like 5 years while I mature as a person and then turn it off. Is that insensitive to say? I don't know, but like I just don't want to have all these feelings while I'm still too young to act on them. You know what I mean? I don't want to be so... I don't want to have to ignore them. I don't want to have to not be able to take action on them. And you're saying, well, you can take action, and I know I can. But how am I supposed to? Do I just walk up to the park and look out and then hope someone sits on the bench next to me and then strike up a small talk conversation and then proceeds to go on while playing a chess game? That's something you find in a Pixar movie. That doesn't happen in real life, right? Or does it? I don't know, I'm assuming it doesn't. The problem is that art is so hard to... I know art is hard, right? And that's not like you know, hard thing, but it's the parts that the hard parts aren't the parts that you think. It's like, oh, look how hard it must have been to draw all this meticulous detail on this painting, or how hard must it have been to figure out these proportions on the body, right? The hardest part is finding out how to get started with the drawing. How are you supposed to start? Are you supposed to draw off an anatomy model, basically, and copy that? Are you supposed to just sketch a rough caricature? How do you sketch a rough caricature? How do you figure out, how do you make the pose? How do you do anything? How do you figure out what they look like? How do you put your ideas that are in your head on a piece of paper? You know? How do you do that? And also, I'm about to die. We're gonna have to get a bit serious here. I don't want to die. That'd suck. Oh, god damn it. 2 Pokemon are burned. We're gonna heal after this, obviously, because I really don't want to lose the Pokemon I have. That's what I want to go to. coding's hard too. See, the thing is, the main thing with me is that I'm becoming an artist so that I can do that as the main source of income. Like, my whole plan, I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn art, music, and coding. And the whole plan was to do art as, like, the job that pays, like, the rent, right? And then, while doing that, make a game, and then sell the game to get big bucks, right? But now I'm realizing how hard and, like, how much effort I'd have to put in to do that. Because code is so much more complicated than you think. I've been making tic-tac-toe for 2 weeks. And I'm not even to the computer player. So you have to figure out every single thing and how to make it optimized. How do you do things in code? You can't just tell it, play tic-tac-toe, and it knows how to play it, right? You have to tell it, okay, this is what the board looks like. You have to print the board to the console. How do you even make graphics work? How do graphics even get printed? How do textures with pixels and colors and things that aren't text, how do they even work? How do you get different fonts in, right? That's so much more code that I don't even know how to do to make even the simplest of games. That's why even bad games must have been hard as hell to make. I feel like games are the hardest media to make. I feel like they actually are. Because you need a lot more. A person making their own film, that's relatively easy, right? Their own animated film, it's harder, right? And animation might, like a full-on 30-minute animation, a 90-minute like anime movie or whatever, right? That's really hard, and especially the older they are, because then you have to worry about cells, right? But now I think if you're doing it by yourself, all by yourself, making one movie, making a full animated movie by yourself, making a full-on game by yourself, making a full-on comic book by yourself, whatever, starting with no skills whatsoever, I feel like code would probably take the longest to learn, followed by the animated movie. Because code is that, like, hard to grasp, especially if you're not hiring a teacher to teach you. Because the problem with code online and learning it online is that there are so many resources from the very beginning. There's Code Academy, there's Khan Academy, there's just forum posts on what if statements are, what methods are, what the fuck else, what arrays are, how to use arrays, and how to designate, how to find a certain thing inside of an array. And then it goes dark. And then after the dark period, there's coding things for like full-on people who can make shit, who can texture shit, make it. They can actually just make Mario Brothers 1-1 if they wanted to. There's stuff for those people, but there's nothing for in between on getting from that step to the other. There's only stuff. There's only. Imagine an old map, an old map. Russia. Russia is where you start. You start from Russia. No, you start from Alaska. And okay, this is going pretty well. And you get to the tip of Alaska, and everyone's like, okay, you can find the rest of what you need to know in Russia. And you look down at your map, and there's no way to get across the Bering Strait. But people in the future know that there's 2 little islands in the middle of the Bering Strait that you can take a break. But because your map doesn't record those, you have no idea how the islands would work. Like, are there islands there? How many of them? Do they have anything on it? In what direction are they? How high up are they? Are they sunken by now? Are they hospitable? Will I die on there? How do I get to these islands if I don't know where they are? How do I map out these islands? You know? It's a pretty relatively bad... It had a good potential for an analogy, but I didn't deliver on it very well. Oh my god, it's tagged. Yeah. I've been reading this good manga. It's basically isekai, but all the people are from an ancient world. Like, we're from the fantasy world, and they're in the modern one now. And then you have to figure out why the castle that they were all in exploded and why they all died. And it's really cool, and it's really good. I have the... Hold on, I have the tab up. Let me just look it up really fast. It is called... Bokura no Kiyaseki. Bokura no Kiseki. I'll put it in the chat, so you can actually just look at the live chat replay, and you will find it. You know? You can find it, and that should appear on the stream, because I do have the chat box featured, so it will be inside of the stream itself. Ooh, yike. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, so that seems like the stream actually has good resolution. That's good enough for me. It's a really good manga, and I've been reading it today and yesterday, and it's pretty nice. There's this one generic isekai manga that I really took a liking to. It's not a good one so far. It's an okay one, but it's just like this old dude gets reincarnated as a slave chick, and he just he's like the only surviving member left, cause like he died and the chick died, and now he's the chick, and now he's just living as a witch in this one garden. It's really, I like it a lot, but they're only on chapter 7, even on the Raws, you know? It doesn't say it's cancelled or on hiatus or anything. There just doesn't mean a new chapter in 2 months. When you go from a chapter every couple of days to a chapter every 2 months, it's kind of jarring. Okay. I love Perlet Sprite. It's so cool and cute. The only thing that's bad about Moemon, this ROM hack, really, is that the evolutions don't really, they don't really, what do you call it, keep their hair colors and their color, like their hair and skin colors sometimes, you know? Sometimes their hair colors change. And like, if it's a 3-stage Pokemon like the Ludicolo family, it makes sense if, oh, their hair started out blue and the middle evolution was like blue transitioning into blonde and the final evolution was blonde, right? That'd make a bit of sense. But if it's like one stage and then the next, like Krabby, and its hair is completely different in the first one, that's not a bad example for Krabby. I guess a really bad example is, not bad example, but an example of this would be, oh yeah, would be Perlet, because Perlet, back when it was a was it Scrum? It was like Scrimpy. I know Grumpig is the final evolution. Research it. Grumpig, Spoink. Because Spoink had black hair, but Grumpig has purple hair. So I think it should have just been black hair that was dyed. That was like dyeing up to purple, and then it all turned purple, or just was purple from the start. But because all these things are made by different artists, they don't really share that much of a color scheme. I'm gonna go pee real fast. Come on, controller disconnect. Yeah, I'm gonna go pee really fast. Gotta go. Right back. I'm back. Okay, so I feel like today was a good stream so far. I didn't really end up stop talking for a while, and I was pretty on topic the whole time, I think. Well, like, I think we had a good conversation. That's my song. Obama shelf. Funny penguin video, friend send. I always wanted a fucking creeper from Minecraft. The idea, oh my god. Oh my god, bro. My friend sent me that copy pasta. Honestly, bro, that one YouTube video, you know the one, right? Where it's like, creeper like Steve fall asleep, creeper appear in dream, creeper anime girl, creeper sneak into bed, creeper they wake up, normal creeper in home, man die. Rampage. Warlight. What's that one Michael Reeves quote? It's like, what? Blank? More like blank? Question mark. Alright, so everyone's at the level I want them to be. So I'm gonna save and then we're gonna stop the stream there because I gotta take a shower, bro. I have to take 2 baths a day and it's so annoying. So it ruins my whole plans, and I really hope I'm more productive tomorrow. Because I also gotta do Genshin Impact dailies today too. Yeah. I hope I'm more productive tomorrow, just so I can get things done. I want to. Cause I'm so behind in school at the moment. I'm like so behind. I just want to be up, so I don't have to risk losing what I'm doing for my future for it, you know? Well, that's Violet's explanation on depression. But Alright, well, thank you for sticking with me on the stream. We're gonna end it now. Did I okay, good. We're gonna end the stream, and thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have an excellent